Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I can't believe this, but I'm turning 24 years old. This is my second year doing this, but I wanted to share with you guys a big birthday present, which is 24 things I learned at 24. This is my reminder and gift to all of you guys here to remind you of how special you are, how your existence is such a blessing to the world, and how you can also empower others when you see your life as a gift. So let's just get the ball rolling. Number 1, self-love is the key to everything you want. Always start from yourself. This is what I really realized, because a lot of the love that we want from the external world always comes from the ability to love yourself first. Number 2, when unsure, just do it and learn in the process. For such a long time, I've always been a perfectionist, thinking that I should master it before I do it, but sometimes I learned that mastering comes in the progress of creating it. Leads to number 3, you are never ready. You just have to trust yourself to fall and get back up stronger. This is what a lot of people are afraid of. They're afraid of failing, they're afraid of falling. But I learned that after every failure, after every falling, you tend to become stronger. Number 4, your relationship with yourself will decide the rest. Your inner world is always the reflection of your outer world. If you have a good relationship with yourself, it's easier for you to have a good relationship with people around you. Number 5, focus on your goals and let everything else unfold. This is what I learned, and that is to always focus on yourself, because a lot of us, we are programmed, and from young, we always thought that what we want and what we seek should be from the outside. And we're always focusing on, oh, if he replies me, if she values me, if she loves me, if he's gonna take care of me. But when you focus on truly yourself, a lot of the things that you want will come naturally, because you're no longer chasing after it, but you're allowing it to attract and come to you. Number 6, even if it doesn't work out, you will always gain something. A lot of times, human beings think that we're gonna lose out of something, or if we invest our energy, time, or money, we may make a loss, but I realized that we never really lose. We're always winning, because it's always a gain to either your experience, your portfolio, or fun. Number 7, you will never be the same. Change is the only constant. This is something that is very hard to swallow, because we want to stay the same, we want to stay in our comfort zone. But what I realized these 24 years is that we are always evolving, the world is changing, iPhones are advancing, and don't be afraid to change, because change will feel very scary at first. But as you experience and live through the change, you realize that what's coming is always better than what's behind and what's gone. Number 8, if it makes your heart light up, it's worth fighting for. Everyone has a different meaning to what makes your heart light up. Sometimes we're afraid to go after our feelings because we're afraid to get hurt, or we're afraid that we will not have the outcome that we want. But I realized that sometimes the process is so much more worth it than the end goal, because you get to experience something. Number 9, you are your only lifelong companion. Everyone else is just a walk to remember. The moment I realized this, I no longer give other people the control to decide my happiness. I am the only person who will truly walk the whole life with me. So taking care of myself, taking care of my mental and physical health is what I put number 1. And I realized that when I put the focus on myself, I'm able to really enjoy time with the people I love even more. Number 10, trust every part of your journey, even when it feels hard to. There is always a gift behind every step. Sometimes our journey of life isn't always all easy or smooth sailing. We're gonna have some ups and downs, but I realized that when you trust the whole journey, including the imperfections, the negativities, you will always receive greater things after that trust and that self-belief that it all only gets better. Number 11, allow yourself to be wild and undefined. Looking insane is always more well-lived than staying too tamed. What do I mean by this is that, a lot of us, we want to be brave, we want to YOLO and do so many things, but we're always afraid of what other people think, always holding ourselves back. But I realized that the only regret comes from not trying, not the doing. Number 12, allow your emotions to flow, as they are your alchemist. Emotions are always the fuel to a lot of the things that you want. If you allow your emotions to flow, there's always a bigger reason to create. Why do you enjoy the meal? Because you're happy. Why do you feel the urge to become better? maybe because you've been hurt, maybe because you felt pain. So I always realize that every emotion is always there to lead you closer to yourself. Number 13, everything you go through has a purpose to serve if you choose to see it as a blessing. We can always choose to look at ourselves in different perspectives. Some people, they choose to look at life as a victim. Some people choose to look at their life as a victor. For me, for a very long time, I was programmed to be a victim. But I realized that when I started to trust that I am the victor of my life, a lot of my inner strength started to come, and I managed to really pull myself back together after things a lot easier, and it really brought me so much growth and happiness in this process. Number 14, growth will be painful, but the bigger rainbow always comes after the rainstorm. We undermine this a lot. Growth is never easy, but growth is the law of the universe. I always believe that to get to where I really want, it will have to take growth and pain, and I always look at it as the rainbow that's gonna come after every process. Sometimes when I do my Pilates or when I'm doing my weightlifting, it feels so painful that I want to give up. But every time I push myself through, I see myself getting stronger mentally and physically, and I realize that it's all worth it. Number 15, if it brings you closer to what you desire, fight for it. A lot of us, we're so afraid to pursue what we want in this life, but we only have such a short life. So if you want something, go get it. Every season will invite a new dynamic. Welcome it with open arms. We're so afraid of trying new habits, opening new doors, but when you open your arms up to all these new possibilities, you realize that life can be so fun and life can be so interesting when you don't fixate yourself, stay the same, and not be afraid of trying. Number 17, when in doubt, remember why you started. The journey that gets us there is never easy, and we tend to give up because the journey isn't easy. But ask yourself, even if you give up right now, you're going to have to start over and over again anyhow. But if your why is big enough and you remember why you even started in the first place, you'll realize that, we're just going to push through it a little more and we're going to get there. Number 18, sometimes it just takes a little more time and patience. Yes, patience is the biggest virtue in this life that I'm still learning how to master. I used to be the most impatient person, and I'm learning to be more and more patient as I grow older, because every time I allow myself to be patient, I realize that I have more insight and perspectives towards things, and I don't get controlled by my emotions so much, because I trust that with a little bit more time, certain things that I want will come. I just have to wait. Number 19, you will never have this moment again, so live it fully. Living in a moment is such an understatement because we hear it so much, but we never really do it. So what I really learned about living in a moment is, nowadays when I eat or when I am meeting up with people, I try not to use my phone. I try to enjoy the food. I try to enjoy talking and connecting with the person more, and just embrace the moment of connection and be blessed that I'm having a bite of the delicious food instead of scrolling on my phone. Number 20, be true to yourself even during the hard to face moments. A lot of us, the reason why we can't be true to ourselves is because we often do not choose to face ourselves. We avoid looking at ourselves in the mirror, we avoid talking to ourselves, we avoid taking care of ourselves and nurturing our inner child. But I realized that we don't have to feel ashamed or guilty or anything to who we are, because we are humans, we make mistakes, sometimes we are not all beautiful, but the moment you embrace who you truly are and you be true to yourself, that is the greatest empowerment, and it comes for free. When I started to be my own empowerment and motivation and my biggest embrace, I realized that I started to need less validation from the outside world, because I know that I'm capable of giving myself the nurture, the care, and the acceptance that I seek. Number 21, the more authentic you are to yourself, the more you get to truly know yourself. Leading on from my last point, we want to know others, we want to get to know the boy next door, the girl next door, but do you really even know yourself to begin with? Do you even know what you truly want? Because a lot of things that we want is not what we want, it's what society wants, it's what our family wants. Number 22, if tomorrow is your last day, how will you show up right now? I ask myself this so much, but it works all the time. Every time I'm spiraling in my own overthinking, spiraling in my past, or spiraling in my current moment that I can't shift out of, I always ask myself, what if it's the end of the world right now? What would I do? And it immediately shifts me to making some actions or making some change instead of spiraling. Number 23, the chase is never ending. Pause and enjoy. Guys, for the longest time, I've always wanted to chase after the next bag, the next goal, the next something else. But I realized that what I have right now is the best I'll ever have. If you can't even appreciate what you have right now, how are you going to open your arms bigger to what's gonna come the next moment? Number 24. You only have this one life where you get to create and experience. Courageously chase after all of your wildest dreams. I realized that these 24 years of life took me so much challenges, pain, but it led me to where I am at today, which I'm so grateful for, and I get to share all this with all of you and remind all of you guys again and again that your life is so beautiful and every inch of you is such a unique piece that you want to place together in this puzzle piece of life, because God knows if we'll ever be here again. And I don't want to miss that out. If you are also looking into your self-growth journey, don't forget to buy my book, Becoming Whole, in the Notion page down below and support my Becoming Whole journey with me. I'm so excited to be 1 year older. 1 year older, 1 year wiser, I guess. Follow me on my Instagram for more updates and to stay in touch. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!